Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is Sofia's Forest of 800 Columns. Sofia's grandmother held her hand as they stepped through the stone archway. The air turned cool at once, like walking into the throat of something ancient. All around them stood columns, hundreds and hundreds of them. Red stone, white stone, marble that glowed faintly pink. Some columns were as thin as Sofia's body, others were thick as an old tree. They are 856, her grandmother whispered. Sofia's eyes grew wide. 856? Yes, counted many times over many hundred years. The columns stretched ahead like a sleeping army of stone giants. Their shadows made long purple stripes on the floor. Sofia walked slowly between them, touching one cool, smooth shaft. It felt like touching something that had been alive once. Something patient, something that had seen the whole world change. "Come," her grandmother said softly. "The arches are the real magic." Sofia tipped her head back and looked up. Above each pair of columns sat an arch, but not a plain arch. A red arch and a white arch stacked one above the other. They curved like the necks of long-legged birds. Red brick, then white stone. Red brick, then white stone, on and on into the distance until the pattern blurred. "Why are they like that, Abuela?" Sofia asked. Her grandmother smiled. The builders, 800 years ago, they had a problem. The columns they took from the old Roman ruins were not tall enough. If they put one arch between two columns, it would be wrong. So they invented something new? They put two arches, one on top of the other? The bottom arch bends down, the top arch bends up. Together, they reach the sky. Sofia looked from a child's height. A column stood from her head to high above. Then another arch, then another column, then two arches again, up and up like a dance. "Now where else in the world has arches like these?" her grandmother said. "This pattern lives only in Córdoba." Sofia touched a white stone. It was warm from the afternoon sun. The red brick beside it was still cool, in shadow. "The builders were very clever," Sofia said. "Yes, and patient. This took 100 years to finish." They walked deeper into the forest of columns. The light changed. It became warmer, more golden. Suddenly, the columns opened into a wide space. A great church stood in the center, all soaring stone and high windows. Sofia's mouth opened. "It's inside it." "Yes," her grandmother said, "a cathedral inside the mosque." This was a mosque, her grandmother explained, for more than 400 years. People came here to pray in the Islamic way. They faced toward Mecca and bowed to the ground. Then, in the year 1236, the soldiers came. The city changed hands. New rulers arrived. And so the mosque became a cathedral. They built this church right in the middle. In the same space where thousands had prayed to Allah, Sofia looked around. The columns were still there. Their red and white arches still curved overhead. But now they held a Christian altar at their center. "Does it hurt the building?" Sofia asked. Having two prayers in it, her grandmother was quiet for a moment. "I think," she said slowly. "The building remembers both, and maybe that is what makes it wise." Afternoon light fell through high windows, painting golden rectangles on the stone. Sofia felt her eyes grow heavy. The columns seemed to sway a little. Though nothing was moving, her grandmother found a quiet corner where three columns met. The space between them was like a small room painted in shadow. "Rest here a moment," her grandmother whispered. Sofia lay down on the cool marble floor. It smelled like rain and old stone. Like salt from the river that flowed through Córdoba long ago. The columns rose above her like the trunks of a stone forest. She imagined the builders setting them one by one, red arch, white arch, another column. For 100 years they built, and then 100 years more people prayed, and then another 100 years people prayed again in a different way, and still the columns stood. Patient, quiet, remembering. Sofia's eyelids closed. The red and white arches danced behind them. Columns rose like a forest, 1,000 years deep, a prayer in Arabic, a prayer in Latin, both echoing in the stone. Sofia's breathing slowed, slower, slowest. And so, Córdoba also slowly fell asleep. Good night.